Hello Glamour Babes, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to do any makeup. I'm just going to talk about my experiences I've had with the surgeries I've had, because I recently had my 5th surgery, and it was a little bit different. It was trippy, it was scary. It has been, I think, the most challenging surgery I've had, the most challenging recovery. It's just been crazy. Those of you that follow me on my beauty page, I'm gonna leave it right here, just in case you want to go over there and like it and follow me. I go live every Saturday. I haven't went live, of course, because I'm in recovery, and I'm not gonna go back to live to do another live in probably another couple weeks, just because I don't feel ready to be sitting down for a long time. The difference, and you guys are probably thinking, oh, why are you recording this video? The difference between recording a video and going live is that I can be recording the video and I edit, so I can pause and then, you know, like go lay down or take a break and everything, where on a live I can't. You know, you're there and you can't just be like, oh guys, I'm gonna be right back, and then, you know what I mean, like it's more like, it's different. So I decided to do this video just because I wanted to talk to you guys about my experience, because of how bad my experience was, like how bad I felt, how bad, how scary it was. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit, just like short little stories of how and why I got my other surgeries done. But like the main reason I want to talk about, the main story is going to be my most recent surgery. So my first surgery, I had it back in 2007. I had thyroid cancer. It's right here. You guys can't really see it because it's like a long time ago. Excuse me. I had thyroid cancer back when I was 16. I had my thyroid removed. I get tired really fast. Break time. Anyway, as I was saying, I got diagnosed with thyroid cancer. So I got my whole thyroid removed, and then I had radiation. That surgery was a little bit scary, but I was able to recover like super fast. I went back to school like, I was released like on a Friday, and I think I went to school like on Monday. And I remember that because I remember they used to call me Frankenstein, because I used to have the mark, like the black marker, and then it had lines like that on my surgery. I didn't care. It was my last year. It was senior year, so I wanted to graduate. I didn't want to lose a year. I think it was, no, I'm sorry. I think it was either, I don't remember. It was a year. It was junior year. So I didn't want to lose a year. I didn't want to fail and then having to go back, or, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, you know what, I'm good. I want to, you know, just go to school and finish my year and not lose it. So I picked myself up and I went to school. I was feeling okay. My mom was helping me out. She was giving me, you know, she's just, you know, just taking care of me. So I was like, I'm fine. I'll go to school. She was like scared for me to go to school because, you know, she's like, what if they push you around, this and that? But, you know, I did it. I went to school. That was that. Then that was out of September of 2007, and then in December I had radiation done. And then in 2015, that surgery went well. The surgeon was really professional. Like, I mean, you can tell. He was really professional. He was a sweetheart. And I recovered like really fast. Thank God I recovered. I picked myself up. I recovered fast. And then back in 2015, I got diagnosed with colon cancer. I had my whole colon removed, the first surgery. At that time I had anemia. So she really didn't want to give me a colonoscopy bag, just a bag to go to the bathroom in my, like, you know, on my stomach, because she said I was young and she wanted me to live a good life, or not to be afraid or anything like that, or not to be embarrassed. Break time. So the first surgery that she did, she didn't give me the bag. I woke up and I didn't have the bag, but unfortunately my body was too weak to recover from that. The nurses put me to walk super fast, and then I got an infection. So I had my surgery on a Saturday, and I had an emergency surgery on a Thursday, no, on a Friday, like around 12 a.m. So like, it was like an emergency surgery where I had to go get the bag. So I got the bag. I had the bag for 3 years, and then in 2018 I got my bag reversed. My reverse surgery, where I got my small intestine connected to my rectum. My surgery in 2015 went well. I mean, the first one didn't really went well. Because my body was just really weak. The second surgery was okay. It was hard to recover, not because of the surgery itself, but just because my body was too weak. I had anemia. And then a couple weeks later, I found out that I had cancer. So it was a little bit tough to recover from that surgery, but I picked myself up. My mom was here. My grandma came from Mexico and she took care of me. Like, they're adorable. They took care of me so much, and they just spoiled me. So yeah, they took care of me a lot. And I feel like I did a good job. I recovered fast. They took care of me, like I said. I recovered really fast. From my anesthesias, I've never had any reactions. I think I always been good after my surgeries. I wake up and I'm okay. I just realized there's a little hair right here. I don't want to stay. As I was saying, my reverse surgery back in 2018, it didn't really go good because I took it too fast. I felt like I was okay, and like the first couple hours I was okay. The first probably half a day, I was doing good, but then my body reacted, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, like, I'm not ready for this. You gotta take it slow. So I started throwing up. I had diarrhea, and I was only supposed to stay in the hospital for like a day. I stayed like almost a whole week, but the recovery was okay. I think it was, like, just that part where I failed to understand that my body wasn't ready. But then, like, coming home, like, mom always takes care of me. And then, I think back in February, I got my scans done, because I usually get scans after I had my colon cancer. I get scans every 6 months, but since I didn't have insurance, I didn't get my scans done for probably a year and a half. And so then I had insurance. I was able to get insurance through my job, so I was able to get my scans done. Turns out that I have a tumor, or a mass tissue, a mass. I kind of really don't know how to explain it. They said it was a mass tissue, something like that. They found that I had that in February, I think. So they said, oh, okay, well, my doctor sent me to the surgeon, and the surgeon explained to me what was going on and everything, what he had to do, whatever. I got other tests done. I got a colonoscopy done, just so they can check everything. And then I got scheduled to get surgery done, because I needed this thing to be removed. Because, of course, with the history that I have, I can't take any chances of leaving anything that is not supposed to be inside my body there, because we already know. So, I got my surgery scheduled for May 4th, and I'm going to take a break because I can't breathe. And like you guys know, all the everything going on with like COVID-19 and whatever, I couldn't have any visitors, and I couldn't have anybody there with me. So it was tough. The doctor told me when I was there that there was like a possibility, like a small chance, that if he went in, to check, or like when he went into the surgery, and if he saw that my tumor that I had, or the mass tissue that I had, was near my rectum in my small intestine, he was gonna have to cut my rectum, cut my intestine, take it out, and there's a possibility that I was gonna have to get a bag permanently. That right there killed me. But I had faith. I was strong. I was praying to God that everything's gonna be fine. And unfortunately, your body sticks to that. For some reason, your mind sticks to the negative sometimes, or all the time. Don't mind my nail that fell in the hospital, because I don't know what happened. Anyway, so my mind, my state of mind was thinking, I don't want the bag, I don't want the bag, I don't want the bag, I don't want, oh please God, just praying. So never in my whole surgeries that I've had, because I've had so many, never in the past surgeries that I've had I stayed in the surgery room for as long as I stayed this time. This is where it gets real. they you know, I was already impatient. My mind was already, you know, thoughtful and, you know, praying and just saying like, oh, I don't want this, you know, just praying, nervous. They took me in, and I had never seen a surgery room. I've always been the one to like just stay down or anything, or, you know, everything. I don't want to look around. This time I was just looking around, just, you know, looking everywhere. They kept me awake for like 5 minutes, you know, preparing me and everything. My body's, I was like, you know, just looking up to like a square, you know, and my mind was just thinking crazy stuff. And the guy, you know, the anesthesiologist was like, okay, we're gonna go night night. And I know when they do the CT scans, they inject you like this medication that makes you feel like you pee yourself. So I know he injected that first, and then when he told me, well, okay, we're gonna go night night, I know he was injecting, or, you know, giving me that anesthesia. And when he was doing that, I was like, oh my God, please, please. I was just telling my body, just relax, you're gonna be fine, you know, you're already going to sleep, you know, whatever, just talking to myself. And then I was like, okay, close your eyes, you know, like they already inject you, so you're gonna go to sleep. And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna close my eyes, because what if they think I'm already sleeping, and then they start cutting me open, and, you know, like I was just going crazy. And then I was like, and then I started praying, like, okay, relax, you're gonna be fine, everything's gonna be okay, you're already gonna go to sleep. And then that's all I remember. I go to sleep. I woke up. Oh my God, you guys, when I woke up, I was going crazy. I woke up, I was trying to take my oxygen off, I was trying to get up, and I was trying to touch my stomach, like, oh my God. And I remember I was asking, I don't know if the nurse was listening to me, but I remember I was asking him, did I get the bag? Did I get the bag? Did I get the bag? Oh my God, oh my God. And I was trying to like, and I remember it was like, it was 2 people, like him and then like somebody else, and they're like, calm down, and they're like trying to push me down, like, you're gonna be okay, you're okay, just calm down, you gotta be, you know, relax. Break time. And then I remember I was falling asleep. I remember closing my eyes, and I felt like I was falling asleep. But then he woke me up. He was waking me up like, Brenda, wake up. I need you to breathe. Breathe. And I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Like, in my mind, I was breathing. You know, in my mind, I was going to sleep. He did that 3 times. Sorry. In my mind, I was breathing. In my mind, I was going to sleep. You know, I was like, okay, because I wanted to calm myself down. So I was like, I'm just going to close my eyes and I'm going to go to sleep. But, you know, like him, he was right there, like nervous, just telling me like, Brenda, breathe. You got to breathe. Wake up. And till this day, I'm like so confused, because I never asked any questions, because I was like, for 3 days, I was just out of it. So then I remember, you know, like that happened. He woke me up like 3 times telling me to breathe, you know. I don't know if he was telling me to come back to life, or I don't know what happened, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember. I just remember him telling me like 3 times, like waking me up to tell me to breathe. And then I think I fell asleep, and they had my room ready, and I remember I apologized to him. You know, because I have never been like that. I've never panicked that bad. I've never had that experience. You know, it was my first time experiencing something so strong like that. So I was like, hey, I'm sorry. You know, like, I remember I wasn't conscious, because I know I wasn't conscious. I remember like here and there little things like that. But I do remember, you know, apologizing, saying, oh no, you're fine, you're good, you know, it's fine. And then I remember calling my mom. I remember calling my sister, my hubby. But I wasn't conscious. I remember calling them. My mom kept telling me, you need to go to sleep. But I felt lonely. I wanted them to know that I was okay. I wanted to let them know that, you know, like what happened. And I just felt like I wasn't going to remember. And I wanted to tell them what I experienced, which was everything that I just, you know, previously told you right now. Excuse me. And, I remember my mom kept telling me, like, you were out of it. She's like, you were just talking to me, but you were just like closing your eyes, and I kept telling you like go to sleep, and you didn't want to. I mean, I was alone. I didn't want to feel alone. So I remember calling them. I remember on Monday, which was, because May 4th was a Monday, I called my mom later on that day, and I cried, and I told her, because my dream was always to be a mom. you know. And then I knew that I got cut, so I told my mom, like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be a mom, I can't be a mom anymore, they cut me open. And I just started crying. Like, I felt like I was so sentimental. I was crying like for a while, and I didn't want to sleep. I know that I didn't want to sleep. I wanted to just talk to my mom, talk to my sister, talk to my hubby. That whole day after I had the surgery, because I think I got out of the surgery, I went into the surgery at 8:30 and I got out at 1:30. I know that because that's what my mama said. So I got out at 1:30. So that day I kind of don't remember anything, because I know that I was talking to my mom, talking to my sister, talking to my hubby, and then just being in the room sedated. Like, they would just come in and inject me, you know, medication to relax your muscles, for pain, this and that. So that whole day I was kind of like sedated. The second day I was sedated. So it was Tuesday. Wednesday I was a little bit more awake. They wanted me to, like, on Tuesday they wanted me to get up. Either Monday, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, the nurse was a little bit rude, and she was like, oh, you need to get up. There's people that get surgery, open heart surgery, and they're like, you know, 6 hours after their surgery, they're already up and, you know, walking around and this and that. And I'm just like, well, yeah. I'm like, but I don't feel good. Like, I was sedated. I had relaxing, you know, medication to relax your muscles, Dilaudid, which is stronger than morphine, which I didn't know until later on, like on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday later on. And oh yeah, Tuesday. So I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat anything on Monday, or I did probably, like, I gave a little bit of scoops to a broth that they brought me, and that's it. And then the next day, which was a Tuesday, in the morning they gave me another broth, which I didn't even eat a lot. And then, oh, for lunch, we're gonna get you to regular diet now. For lunch, we're gonna give you a salad and we're gonna give you a turkey sandwich. Mind you, I was hungry, so I was like, okay. But I was hungry and I completely forgot about how bad it was of the, you know, the previous surgery. So I didn't eat a lot. I ate a little bit of the salad. I ate a couple bites of the turkey sandwich. And then that night I was having a lot of pain. They gave me, you know, the pain medication, which was Dilaudid. And then they gave me Zofran for the for nausea. And then that nurse, she gave me this chewables for like gas or something like that. I think it was for gas. So I laid down and I'm trying to go to sleep. I didn't sleep the whole time that I was in the hospital. I didn't sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. Anyway, so I'm laying down, I'm trying to go to sleep. Like around like 2 hours later, I start waking up and I start burping a little bit. And then, like, when you burp and then there's a dry burp and then it comes another burp and like you feel like something comes back. Sorry if you get disgusted, I'm so sorry. I'm saying it in a lot of details, but I'm sorry about that. So then I burp like 2 or 3 times, and then the 4th time, and I kind of felt like getting really, really nauseous, but I didn't want it to get there because when you have a surgery in your stomach throwing up, it's not the best. But then I couldn't let it. I don't know how I got up super fast. I grabbed one of the things that they give you for water, and I just completely full of throat, you know, like everything. I called the nurse, and, you know, she just, you know, she made the report or whatever. So everything went downhill again. You know, from supposedly getting better, because the doctor said I need a regular diet and they wanted me to, you know, to get better, and it pushed me to get better. It went downhill. I tried sleeping that night. I couldn't sleep because I was tossing and turning, just in so much pain. I could barely get up. So on Wednesday, they put me back to liquids. I had a fever. I built up a fever. I had a fever that Tuesday night. So I had to control that. And I was trying to eat. I was trying to get up more. I was trying to walk a little bit more, but it's just I couldn't. Like, I'm gonna insert a picture right here of the incision that I got done and why I couldn't walk. Like, and it has still been really hard for me to get up and everything. It has got better, of course it's gonna get better, but you know, I'm back. So where was I? So yeah, I was trying to pick myself up and everything. On Wednesday, that's when I was, you know, more conscious, and I didn't want them to give me the Dilaudid anymore. Because my mother-in-law, she had a surgery prior, like, you know, a couple months ago, and she had that, and she had a bad reaction, so she told me about it. And then I was like, you know what, I don't want to have that. Like, I was scared. I was like really like scared. And plus, because I wanted to be conscious, I wanted to know what was going on, I wanted to pick myself back up, I wanted to walk, I wanted to be awake. I wasn't awake for Monday, I wasn't awake for Tuesday. I was completely like out of it. Like, I was awake for like 5 minutes, and I couldn't hold a conversation. I couldn't talk to my mom, I couldn't talk to my husband, I couldn't talk to my sisters, I couldn't hold a conversation. I was literally sleeping and talking. And I didn't want that feeling anymore. I wanted to be aware. I wanted to be conscious. Like, I was going crazy. Like, what's going on with me? Like, hello, like, you've never been this bad. So I told him, like, I don't want you to give me that. I just, whatever other things you have, but not that. Oh, but if you're in so much pain, I'll take the pain. Like, my body knows how far it's gonna go. No, but we're supposed to, you know, be able to control. And I understand that. Like, I respect the nurse's job, and I love the nurses. They were so nice to me, and I know they have their instructions to work by, and I understand that. And I told them, I completely understand, but I don't want to take it anymore. I want my body to be able to recognize and be able to pick itself up by itself, not just be stuck in medication, and not my body to be sleeping. Because how do you want me to walk if I'm sleepy, or if I'm nauseous, or if I haven't, you know, like, I was weak, I hadn't ate, I was throwing up, I couldn't get up because I was in pain. But at the same time, like, I wanted my body to just be on its own. So I told her, I just want you to give me whatever pills you have. Like, if you have a pill that it's every 4 hours, give me that. If you have a pill that it's every 6 hours, I'll know how to control it. I'll know to, you know, to make sure to be able to control it, you know. And then at a point that night, I was sleeping, like on that it was either on Wednesday or a Thursday night. I was sleeping, and this lady comes in after I woke up, and then she's like, what's it, Tuesday? Yeah, I think it was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday, I think. One of those days, Wednesday or Thursday. She comes in and she's like, oh, hi. She's like, I came in and I just gave you your muscle relaxer while you were sleeping. I was so mad. And I was like, why did you give me that sleeping relaxer? I wasn't rude, but I was just, you know, like a little bit like, why? I was like, why did you give me that muscle relaxer? Oh, just because we don't want you to wake up with pain and this and that. And I'm like, but I didn't want it. I didn't need it. I was sleeping. And they were giving me sleeping pills. Those sleeping pills are, those sleeping pills didn't even make me sleep. I was with my eyes closed, and I told my hubby, it's like I was like with my eyes closed, but I heard everything outside. Like, it was like my eyes, it was like if I was awake, like I didn't sleep. So they were giving me sleeping pills. They were just giving me medication like crazy. It was like that Tuesday or Wednesday, I cut the sleeping pill. I was like, I don't want the sleeping pill anymore. I'm like, I can do it on my own. I'll go to sleep on my own. Are you sure? This and that. I'll do it on my own. And if I can't sleep, then I can't sleep. But I don't want that anymore. Like, okay, that's fine. So they didn't give me the sleeping pill. Then what kind of concerned me was her come in. She's like, oh, I inject you this and that. And I was like, whatever. She had already done it. And then the next night, which was a Thursday night, I asked the lady not to give it to me. I asked the nurse, no, I don't want it. She's like, are you sure it's on schedule? And this, and I was like, no, don't give it to me. I'm sleeping. I'm okay. Like, I don't need it. Like, my body is okay. Like, it hurts, but it's not like a 10. It's like a 5. So my body knows. And I was sleeping. I was sleepy. I was able to sleep. I was still in pain. I woke up in pain, but I was able to put myself to sleep. So this muscle relaxer would relax me and would put me to sleep. And I was like drowsy. So I didn't want to feel like that. So I told her, no, don't give it to me. And then the morning nurse was like, oh my God, why didn't you take it? We're supposed to give it to you and this and that. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I know that, you know, what you guys are supposed to do, but I just didn't want it. I want my body to, she's like, we're going to send you home with this medication so you don't have to worry about it, this and that. You know, she tried to explain to me why. And I just like, no. So at this time I was already, you know, like more conscious, picking myself back up, you know, walking a little bit more. Yeah. So maybe you guys think I exaggerated by saying that I was gonna tell you guys my story. Maybe you guys were thinking like something crazy, but at that time I was scared, because when I came, well, even now, because when I came home, you know, Friday I was better, Saturday I got released. I came home. And then I would wake up sweating. So for like 4-5 days after I came back from the hospital, I woke up like sweating, like wet. Never in my life had I been that, like, I've never in my life I sweat, like, not even when I exercise I sweat even that much, like sweating like bad. And I woke up like with so much pain. And I decided to stop taking the medications because I read that it was because of, you know, like excessive medications or something crazy like that. So because I was scared, I was like, what the hell, like what's going on? And then there was a day, I think it was like a Monday night, where I had like that flash, like during the day, like during the like around 8-9. I was right here with my hubby, and I was having dinner, and he was I started having like a hot flash, like the, you know, like the one that I had at night, but I was sleeping, so I didn't know how it felt, and anxiety. And I felt like it felt so bad. I was crying, and I was like, oh my God, is this ever gonna go away? And I was just scared. He was just like, it's fine, you know, it's just normal. But I didn't think it was normal because I've never had that happen to me in my previous surgeries. And then, you know, I started thinking maybe because my body's already like tops, like, okay, like you've got so many surgeries, like, you know, this one's gonna be tough. But then, so I decided to stop taking any painkillers. I was able to put myself to sleep. The pain wasn't as bad. So I decided to stop taking. I didn't pick up the pills. Maybe I was scared. I was like, no, I don't want to take any medications. I didn't know like how much medication they gave me through those 3-4 days that I was like those 3 days that I was completely out of it. So I was scared. I was like, you know what, my body needs a break. I'm not gonna give it any more medications. I'm gonna let it heal on its own. I'm gonna pray to God to heal it on its own, and that's it. So I did. And yeah, like for a couple, like the day after or 2 days after I had that, which was like a Monday when I had that, so like on Wednesday, I woke up in the middle of the night and I wasn't sweaty. I was still in pain, but I wasn't sweaty, so I felt so good. I felt like relieved. So that was scary. That part of the recovery was a little bit scary, because I never had that experience, you know. That was scary. Me waking up scared was scary. Like, just to think about it, it just gets me emotional. And it's like, what happened? Like, I'm not ever gonna know because I was just out of it. I didn't even have the guts to ask him, like, because I mean, I didn't know. Like, nobody knows but the nurse that was there waiting for me to wake up after the surgery. So I'm never gonna know what happened. I'm never gonna know if I died. It was trying to bring me back to life. It has been a really tough recovery. It has really been a challenging recovery, challenging mind recovery, because of, you know, like what I'm telling you, like when I had the anxiety and the flash, you know, the hot flash, and waking up in the middle of the night, oh, you know, sweaty, not being able to sleep because I wasn't able to sleep. I would wake up at like 4, where I even woke my hubby up sometimes, and like just in pain, just going, and he would like wake me up like, are you okay? Like in my dreams I was in pain. But little by little I'm getting better. Little by little, you know, I'm getting there, like I said. But I think being alone in the hospital was really challenging. Not having anybody right there by your side to pick you up, to help you, to let you know that you're okay, to speak for you, because I was gone. I didn't know what was going on. Giving me medication because they thought it was okay, you know what I mean? They were doing their job, you know, and I can't blame them for that. I just thank God and I thank them for taking care of me, because they were sweethearts, you know. They were really, really nice. And like I said, but yeah, like I was saying, I feel thankful. I feel blessed of how sweet the nurses were and how they took care of me and made sure that I was okay. They were really sweet. They were all really, really nice. They were really sweet. One of the girls braided my hair and everything. Yeah, they were all really, really nice. They were patient with me. Um, so yeah, that was a story. I know it's like probably like a long story, but I just felt like I wanted to say it. I just felt like I wanted to do a story time and let you guys know my experience and how lonely it is to be alone in a big surgery. You know, I thought it was gonna be okay. Like my mom's like, don't get the surgery right now because you know you're gonna be alone, nobody can visit you and this and that. But in my mind, I wanted to get the surgery as soon as possible. I didn't want the time to be, you know, like just going and going and going. And the good thing is that I did that is because the good thing that I did that because the doctor told me that there was 2 tumors and it kind of like combined into one and it grew to 7 centimeters. So I feel like had I waited, it would have grown a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I wouldn't have been able to save my rectum and been able to not have a back permanently. So I feel like I made the right decision of doing the surgery, even though it was tough for me to recover in the hospital and like everything that went down. I feel like I made the right decision. They tested it to make sure it wasn't a bad tumor, because I don't want to say the word, and the doctor told me that it's not. So I feel blessed. I feel like God heard my prayers and he gave me another opportunity to be a better person. I had to take a little break. I feel like I was not taking good care of myself. I feel like I wasn't taking good care of myself, you know, and this was like another wake-up call, like the other 4 ones that I had, to remember that I need to take care of myself, that I need to, you know, be more active and, you know, have a better diet. God loves us. He's always good to us, and every prayer that you say, everything that you ask him, he'll give it to you. He'll be there all the time to pick you up whenever you think you can't do things, like you feel like you want to give up. He'll be there. He's gonna be there. He's the one that's gonna pick you up. He's the one that's gonna, you know, extend his hand and tell you, you know what, come here, I'll take you with me, you know, I'll carry you through it all. And I just can't thank him enough. I can't, you know, I'm just blessed. I just feel like he loves me so much, and he has given me so many opportunities to be a better person. But this one right here, when I was recovering, I didn't think about it the first couple days until like Thursday. That was like, oh, you know, I was hurting because I couldn't even sit on the toilet. So it's hard for me to sit on the toilet, and I was just thinking about it, and I was like, oh my God, this is so hard, you know, like, but I gotta do it, and this and that. And then it came to my mind that that wasn't it, you know, like, I was thinking I was sitting, you know, in the bathroom in pain, and I was like, this isn't it. I was like, I have to wait to see if it's a bad tumor, and if it is, like, God, I was like, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, this is already hard as it is. I've already went through chemotherapy, and I know how hard it is. And then I found myself praying, and I was just asking God, please give me another chance. Please don't let this be a bad news, you know, and just praying and asking him for forgiveness, and, you know, to give me another chance, and to not let that be bad, you know, because I knew I was strong. I knew I could do it, you know, if he decided to. But I felt like I went through a lot, you know, like I felt like I learned my lesson. I told him like that, like, I learned my lesson, like, I'll be okay, like, I'll be good. And when the doctor came in and he told me, I couldn't cry. Like, I was in disbelief, you know. When he told me that, I was happy, I was shocked. I couldn't cry. I feel like I was still like kind of, because he didn't give me that result until like Friday, but I just felt like, I don't know, like, I felt like I was in a dream. But God is good. There's something, sorry. There's something that I missed that is very important out of this whole story. On Monday and Tuesday, when I was there by myself and I was like out of it, I felt a presence in my room. I don't know if it was God and my dad, or if it was just God, or if it was just my dad, because my dad passed away. I believe in spirits. I'm a firm believer in spirits, and I know my dad was there taking care of me. I remember I was talking on the phone with my mom. I know I went out of subject. I'm so sorry, but it just like came to my mind when I was, you know, telling you guys my story of how I was asking God, and I feel blessed of this particular situation. I felt like I closed my eyes and I felt like somebody was there just walking around the room back and forth and everything. And then I was talking to my mom one night, and I had my eyes closed. It was a I think it was like a Tuesday. I had my eyes closed, and then I felt like my dad went like I don't know, somebody, like I just felt like a tap like this on my feet. And I was like, I opened my eyes, nobody was there. The nurse wasn't there, because the nurses go in and they're like, hi, my name is, you know, like they say their name, they don't go in and sneak up on you. And I told my mom, and she's like, for real? And I was like, yeah. So I know God, my dad, their spirit was there, taking care of me, watching over me, making sure that I was not giving up, and that I was, you know, fighting for my life. But I wanted to tell you guys that part of the story that I forgot. But yeah, when you guys feel like you guys can't do it anymore, when you feel like you want to surrender, do it. But pray to God and ask Him to give you strength. Ask Him for forgiveness. He, out of anybody besides our moms, is always going to receive us with open arms. Or whatever it is, or if you have so many problems, like whatever it is, pray to Him. He will hear you. I promise you He will. I wanted to tell you guys my story. I wanted to tell you guys this part of my life and this experience I had with my surgery, and how God is so amazing, and He healed me, and He gave me the chance that I needed. It's not even a second chance. I don't even know how many chances He's gave me. Well, says He loves you so much. That he probably does. I'm His favorite. But yeah, you guys, I feel like I extended this a little bit too long. Feel blessed. Feel blessed every day. Feel blessed to be here in this earth at this time. Because if you're here, it's for something. Find your purpose. Find your purpose, but don't stress it. If you think about it, and if you see something and your heart desires to do it, helping others, feeding others, clothing others, you know, anything you feel like doing it out of your heart, do it. But don't stress thinking like, oh my God, what am I here for? What does God have me here? Because He will put you in the right direction. He will put you in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Follow me on my Instagram, on my Facebook page. I'll soon go live. It depends on how I feel. Like, again, thank you so much for watching. Love you. Feel blessed. Until next time. Bye.